Hello everyone, welcome to Byju's classes. Myself Farhan, your tutor for the day. How are you all doing? That's good to hear from everyone. I'm also doing great. Thank you so much for asking. Well, today we are going to learn about mathematics. As we all know that mathematics is the language of the universe, right? Today we'll try to understand maths with respect to shapes and figures. So some of the very famous and very much known shape, as you all know. Okay, I will just start presenting my screen. Have a look at this. Okay, so looking at this beautiful shapes over here, what comes to your mind? I would like to hear some answers from your end. There is a pie, there's a clock, there's a pizza, there's a donut, and there's a wheel, right? Are there anything common to them? Yes, it's nothing but circles, right? So all of them are in circular shape. So today we are going to discuss about some of the circular shapes and its properties. Moving ahead, looking at this, look at this beautiful picture, my dear students. You can see a bus, you can see boys bicycling on the road, you can see a car parked there. What is common in all this picture? Can I have some answers, please? Can you guess what is common? Yes, the wheels are common, isn't it? Now think, these wheels are in what kind of a shape? They are in the shape of a circle. Excellent. Yes, moving to the next. So we are going to move ahead towards the parts of a circle, right? Before we could move ahead, I would just like to know from you, as you saw in this picture, why only wheels are in circular shape? Okay, why are we focused only in making wheels in this particular shape? The reason is because it can easily turn, it can easily move around, isn't it, rather than any other shape. So we will try to understand what is the circle and some of the applications of the circle in further classes. Next, look at this, parts and properties of a circle. As you can see here, a circle is nothing but it is a set of points on a plane which is equidistant from a fixed point. Look at the fixed point, that is nothing but the center of the circle. From the center to the circumference is called as the radius of the circle. I hope you all have heard about the radius, right? Good. So now there will be a master teacher who's going to teach you about the concept of a circle, and then myself going to meet you soon. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the master class, right? Now you all have got some idea about what is the circle and its parts, right? So moving to the next, some of the applications, I want you all to think, right? If you had chance to balance a spinning top, which figure shows the correct position of the stick? Looking at these four diagrams, A, B, C, and D, what are your thoughts? So student A, can you please tell me which figure or diagram shows the correct position of the stick? Well, it is option B. Yes, the option B is at its center and can move around easily from a fixed point, right? Well, good. Move to the next slide. Which of these objects can you use to make the biggest circle? So there are again some beautiful pictures out there. There's a ring, there's a plate, there's a bowl, and there's a mug, right? So can I have some answers, please? Well, biggest circle is a plate. Good. Move to the next. Arrange the following circles in increasing order based on their radii. As you all know, radii is nothing but it's a line starting from the center of the circle to its circumference. It's called the radius, right? Okay, looking at this, can you start maybe from the increasing order, from starting from smaller to bigger? And here it goes, bangle, clock, and wheel. Excellent answer from you, and I really appreciate the amount of enthusiasm and energy that I received from you all. Thank you so much, dear students. Moving to the next, please think over it. Why are the seating arrangements in stadium circular in shape? Options are the stadium looks beautiful, it is easier to build, to accommodate more people with almost equal visibility. I hope you all are football fans out here and you love to watch football as well as cricket, right? If you ever visited a stadium, why is the stadium made in such a way? Why there is a circle in the center? The reason is because to accommodate more people with almost equal visibility. Excellent answer. That's good. Those who think the stadium looks beautiful, of course it does, but the main purpose is to accommodate more people with almost equal visibility, right? Good. Moving to the next. So how many circles? How do we find their center? Look at these type of circles and to find their centers. So this is a fun activity. I expect you all to please participate into this and give me your valuable answers. I want you also to identify the center and radius of a circle. Please get your geometry box, keep it ready, draw a circle in your book and draw its center as well as its radius from the center to its circumference. And please name them, which is the center and which is the radius as well as what is the circumference, right? Meanwhile, if you have any questions, any doubts, you're please free to clarify your doubts right now. I'm all here for it. Moving to the next, which of the following folding can be used to find the center of the circle? Look at the diagram carefully and observe them. Which of the following parts, whether A, B, or C? Well, as you can see, it's option B, isn't it? Good. I really appreciate the answer. So moving ahead quickly. So if there are any doubts as such, please ask your doubts and we can take up your doubts with respect to the topic that we are doing right now. Moving to the next. Okay, now there's a new property or a new part of the circle. Look at this carefully. The shortest route. Here is a circular track and a motorbike or a cyclist person is moving around in a circular path, isn't it? In this case, if the person want to take a shortcut from point A to point B, as you can see this line joining from entry to this point, what is this point called as? If you know already, you can write down your answer in the chat box. If you don't know, we shall figure it out in some time. Okay, move to the next. It's called as chord and the diameter of a circle. Okay, this is the next subtopic. So diameter, what is a diameter? A diameter is a special chord. As we have already discussed so much about radius, it is a point from the center of the circle to this circumference, right? So a diameter is nothing but it is a double of radius. So when you fit two radius on a circle, it becomes a diameter. Okay, looking at this, the length of the chord decreases as we move farther away from the centers. So I would like to know from you diameter AB, the red line, what you can see in the diagram is the diameter. So diameter is equal to how many times the radius? Please write down your answers in the chat box. Well, I'm receiving so many answers. That's good. You are right. So diameter is equal to double the radius or twice the radius. So diameter is equal to 2 into r, right? So when you fit 2 radius, it becomes a diameter. So OA is a radius, then OB is another radius. Together, AB is called as the diameter. As I always, as for the other name for a diameter is called as a special chord. Okay, so moving to the next, there are more parts of a circle, and I want you all to please name them by drawing this beautiful figure in your notebook and name what is this line which is passing through the center of the circle and the other line which touches the circumference at the 2 points. If you know the answer, please write down. And the next, the new thing that you can see here, something in the yellow line over here, right? So I want you all to please ponder over this thought. What is this yellow line known as? If you know the answer, please write it in the chat box. Good. So moving to the next. Okay. So which of the following can be the chord of the given circle? As you can see here, A centimeter, 12 centimeter, 14 centimeters, and 16 centimeter. Look at the diagram carefully. So whenever the diagrams are given, make sure that you think, you observe the diagram each and every thing, whatever is being there inside this A, B, O, B, see the numbers, see the shape carefully, and then you can start solving it. Okay, and please solve this. And there's a fun activity. So three chords of equal lengths are given. Can they intersect at a common point? So trial one, trial two, trial three. So this is a fun activity. I want you all to please participate and do this fun activity without fail. All right. Okay. So this is about the circle. So far, whatever we have discussed, I want to summarize with you all. That is quickly starting from the main thing. What is a circle? A circle is a set of points on a plane which are equidistant from a fixed point, and that fixed point is called as the center of the circle, isn't it? Next, we discussed about radius. A radius is nothing but it is a point starting from the center of the circle to its circumference, which is called as the radius of the circle. And after radius, we discussed about the diameter, isn't it? A diameter is nothing but twice the radius. So how can you define a diameter? It is a line which starting from which touches the circumference at 2 points but passes through the center of the circle. The longest chord is known as the diameter, right? So on this term, what is a chord? Chord is nothing but it is a line touching the circle at the 2 points is called as chord, right? So as we move ahead in further classes, we'll discuss more properties and parts of the circle. There is sector, there is arc, there is segments, and there are formulas based on this. So we will shortly see and look into it. Meanwhile, I would like you to do your thorough research and come to the next class where you are able to relate to the real life examples of these questions that we just discussed today. Okay, so till then, take care of yourself. Always be happy, keep smiling. See you in the next class. Take care. Bye bye.